Hello, boys and girls. How are you doing? It is Angela Anderson of Angela's Literary Cafe. Guys, I am super duper excited. Yes, I'm fangirl, and I get to hang out with Jill Kemerer, boys and girls, on today for her latest release, Garden His Secrets. So, we're going to talk about this a little bit. She's going to spill a little bit of tea and tell us a little bit about her latest release as well. I love the cover, by the way, and the title, Jill. But if you can introduce yourself to the people, that would be great.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Angela. I've been looking forward to this too. Obviously, I'm Jill Kemerer. I write Christian romance novels for Love Inspired. Guarding His Secret is actually my 16th novel with them. So I know I'm pretty excited. And this book is part of two series. It's part of Wyoming Ranchers, the third book, and it's part of Harlequin Love Inspired's Canine Companion series. So
I love that. So it's like a dual thing
I
going on.
know. I got lucky.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, if you are just joining us, I am hanging out with Jill Kimmer, and we're talking about her latest release. It's such a joy and an honor to have you at the cafe with us today. Guys, if you are just joining us, stop what you're doing, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to hop over to the cafe because we're hanging out with Jill on today. They are giving you some love. You have author Sharon Blunt hanging out with us. You have Mama Tony Bonita, who is hanging out with us as well. Caitlin Warrior hanging out with us. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And of course, you know how we do it here on the cafe. If you have a question for Jill, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you guys as well. So, Jill, you know I started out talking about this cover. I love a good cover. So, I mean, nice cover. Got the K9 on there. Tell us a little bit about this cover.
Well, the cover artists at Love Inspired are really good. And I was so excited when I saw this one because Randy here, he is somewhat of a cowboy, but he's mostly a fisherman. Like he owns his own bait and tackle shop. And so he's really outdoorsy. And I think this captures him. And he has a secret problem that no one knows about, except for Hannah, the heroine. She gets this retired service dog, Ned, here, and Ned is picking up on all his problems. So that
Yes.
isn't safe with Ned here. That's all I'm saying. And they captured it really well.
I love that. I love it. Yeah, the cover is just so captivating as well. And Jill, I wanted to ask you a question about this because this is one of the things that attracted me to your writing as well. But you write heartwarming, emotional, small town romance. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, I started writing books that were set in Michigan because I'm from Michigan and they were always just really small towns and, they had all the feels. And then I went out west to Wyoming and I found that I was still writing these heartwarming, emotional, small town books, but now they featured cowboys. So I grew up in a small town. And so that is, all of kind of my life experiences tend to roll into my books. And I have a really large extended family, and they definitely influence all the supporting characters too. These sweet townspeople, the ladies who, there's always moms in there that are very open and giving, and they're just going to hug you and give you cookies. And, that's based on a lot of my aunts and my mom herself. So
I love that, and I know that you said cowboy. I love a good story with a cowboy in it, or a western theme, or all that good stuff as well.
I
So
do
that was
too.
exciting. Yes, yes. Boys and girls, if you are just joining us, hanging out with Jill Kimmer, boys and girls, we're talking about her latest release, Garden His Heart, that is available now. We'll tell you in a little bit of how you can get your hands on a copy of Garden His Heart. I'm sorry, Garden His Secret. I'm thinking about the heart condition, but Garden
Either
His
one.
Secret.
Either one. It's all the same.
Yes, boys and girls. Yes, yes. Now, boys and girls, if you're not familiar with Jill's work, like we just got finished talking about, that she writes like heartwarming, emotional, small town romance. She just shared with us that this is her book with love inspired series as well. Now, you also, in addition to writing the heartwarming, emotional, small town, you also incorporate love, humor, and faith in your book as well. Tell us about that.
Well, I've loved romance novels since I was 13, so of course I'm going to write love. I still read them all the time, and my faith is really important to me. Just I'm sure anyone who is a Christian understands, like, my whole life is just because of God and because of Jesus, and I'm so thankful to be able to write characters who have faith and who, they have struggles in their faith. We're not preaching a sermon in the book. We're just showing how, someone might be having a kind of um, an issue where they're maybe believing the wrong thing about themselves, and they can come through and figure that out with God's help. So that's really where that comes from. And as far as the humor, I don't think I'm funny, but my friends tell me I am. And I think it's just the stuff that comes out of my mouth comes out wrong, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I love it. And I'll tell you, that makes a great combination for a great read. Love, humor, and faith. I love that. And I'm glad that you incorporate that in your amazing stories, my friend, as well. Now, we talked about, guys, this amazing cover. I want to talk a little bit about this. The title, and of course, guys, she's giving you a little bit of information, backstory about Randy, or what have you, too. But tell us a little bit about this title, Guarding His Secret. Was this the original title for the book? Did you have any insight or any assistance with, helping out with the title? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was not the working title, and I don't remember what the working title was, to be honest with you. But the way Love Inspired works is they ask their authors to submit a title list. So you're going to give them a bunch of options, and then the editor will take it to the head editor, and they will, and the marketing team, I'm sure, and they all decide which one is going to be best for this book and at that time. And so they picked Guarding His Secret from my list, and I loved it, so I was excited about it.
I love that. And I love that title. Like I said, as what we talked about before, Guarding His Secret, and then adding that with the book cover. I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm totally in as well. So cool title for that too. Now, I want to talk a little bit about one thing that I found out about you. You have a thing that you gush over fluffy animals.
I do.
Tell us about that.
I love animals and pets, and I have a little tiny mini wiener dog. She's actually on the floor curled up by me right now, but I love cats and bunnies. And I mean, I go to the zoo and I'm like, oh, the red pandas, I need one. So yeah, I just can't help it.
Yes, that is super cool. I read that. I was like, well, I need to find out a little more information about her and gushing over fluffy animals. That is super cool. And I know that some of our coffee lovers is going to love the next one. So I heard that you have to have your morning coffee in the morning. Tell us about that. Is that one of your writing quirks, that you have to have that before you start writing, or no, it's just the love of coffee?
Yeah, I actually have a whole process with the coffee. I do not do Keurig because one little cup isn't enough.
Okay.
I'm doing a full pot, and I'm setting it out the night before, so that all I have to do is I wake up and I push that button, and it's like, oh, the angels are singing. And sometimes if it's like cold, I'll make another pot in the afternoon. That's so bad.
Okay.
But I love coffee. I just love it.
I love that. Now, with that love for coffee, do you have like a favorite? You got your favorite coffee mug, you got your favorite brand. Is it like a whole to do with your coffee?
Well, I have my favorite mug, and
Okay.
it just says, Let's make today amazing," and I need that because I'm
I
not a
love
morning
that. Let's
person.
make today
So
amazing.
yeah, so I'm like, yeah, let's make it amazing. Let's just pour more coffee in there. So
Yes.
yeah.
I love that. Well, shout out to the coffee lovers out there that are along with Jill as well with their coffee. Now, Jill, let's get into this a little bit about guarding his secrets. Tell
Okay.
us a little bit about the hero, Randy. Tell us a little bit about him. If you had to describe him, how would you describe him?
Well, I think Randy is very diplomatic. He's a hard worker. He's very passionate about like outdoorsman stuff. He loves fishing. He knows everything about the latest um, lures. In fact, he has his own video podcast like you do, Angela, where he's showing people how to use these lures. And he loves his brother. His dad's dead, and his brother's all he's got left. So they are they're always going to put each other's first. And that's where the story really starts. Is his brother has an emergency, and Randy has to step up and take care of the ranch until his brother gets back. So Randy asks his friend Hannah, who is a school teacher, and she's just let out for summer, and he asks her to man the store. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I will, no problem." So that's kind of Randy.
I love that. I love that. Next, speaking of Hannah, if you had to break Hannah down or describe her in 3 words, if you need more than 3 words, go ahead and do that too. But how would you describe Hannah's character?
Okay, energetic, loyal,
Mhm.
mm, um, just kind. Like she just loves everybody. She always wants to help out. She's gonna put her own needs last to make sure everybody else is, like their needs are met. And she's just a sweet, really high energy person.
I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, if you're just joining us, I'm hanging out with Jill Gimmer, boys and girls. We're talking about her latest release, Guarding His Secrets, as well. And so, of course, if you have a question for Jill, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you. And Jill, we can't leave out Ned. Ned, the retired service dog, which is like a character all in himself. Tell us a little bit about Ned.
Well, I learned a lot about service dogs in general researching for this book, and I didn't know that when they reach a certain age, they if their owner passes away, or maybe they aren't able to service their owner in the same way because they age just like we do, they retire and they go to a different home. And a lot of times, the person who can adopt them was their original puppy raiser. So Hannah is on this list to adopt a retired service dog because she volunteers for a service dog training center. And Ned becomes available and she adopts him. And she's so excited. He's this beautiful black lab and the sweetest little guy. And he's, I think, 8 years old. And unfortunately, as the story goes on, she's kind of wondering if she's doing something wrong because Ned is way more into Randy than he is her. And she's like, "What? This is my dog,
What
what's going on?" So yeah, Ned was just, oh, he's such a sweetheart. I love him.
I love that, guys. Oh my goodness. When you read Garden His a Secret, let me just tell you, Ned is just amazing or what have you. And again, like I said, it's like he's a character all in himself as well. Now, how was it writing like animals in this story or writing about a service dog? I know you mentioned a little bit that you had to do some research for that.
Well, I love animals, so I loved writing them. There is a puppy too in here who's adorable also. But I don't know, I really enjoyed it, and it really made me appreciate how much service dogs really help people in ways that you think of like a seeing eye dog or maybe a therapy dog that is helping a veteran with PTSD. But there are so many that do so much more. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how much they can really alert you to. So yeah, it was fun.
Now, when you think about the characters, all the characters in this particular story, which one was the most interesting for you to write? And of course, which one was like the most fun?
Well,
And
Hannah
it could
was
be
the
a mixture
most
for you.
Okay, yeah. Hannah was the most fun because I really could relate to her. And she is a character that has shown up in several books. and I just couldn't wait to write her story. So she was the most fun and very relatable. But I think Randy was just really like he had my heart because he has really deep-seated reasons for not wanting to be with not only Hannah, but with any woman because of his heart condition.
Yeah.
And it was very, it was really interesting to explore that in his, to just to find out what really was going on with him. So, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Now, Jill, I think you have like a snippet that you're going to share with us. Are you ready to read for us tonight?
I am. Okay. Can I just go ahead?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Did you run out of fishing lures or something? Hannah called out as she approached him. He startled, turning to face her. Huh. She couldn't remember a time she'd caught Randy off guard. He always seemed to be 2 steps ahead of everything. Was something wrong? Nope, still fully stocked. His lips curved up slightly. Here, let me help. He took the box from her and her muscles cried out in relief. She fished in her oversized purse for her keys. With a double chirp, the vehicle unlocked and she went to the back to open the trunk. He set the box inside and shut it, then stood there, inches from her, causing the hair on her arms to rise. I'm sure you didn't come out here to help me move my plant. She backed away, cocking her head to the side, teasing him the way she always did. It chased away the unwelcome awareness of him. I have a favor to ask. His expression grew serious. Whatever the favor was, he was dealing with something major.
Boys and girls, there you have it. Guarding His Secret by Jill Kimmer. Guys, oh my goodness, I can't wait for you guys to read this. She just shared with us a snippet, enough to wet your whistle as well. Now, Jill, share with us, if you think about this book as a whole, what do you want readers to take away from their story?
I want readers to understand that every everybody has problems in their life that make them feel alone. And it's really okay to share them with your loved ones and to trust God with them too. Because even though we don't know how it's going to end, we do know that God is going to take care of us throughout the journey. And we don't need to hide away. I mean, you don't have to tell everyone all of your problems, but we don't need to hide it and deal with it all on our own.
Hmm. That's good. That's good. Now, when you're not writing, what can we find you doing?
You can find me reading a lot. Reading's just my favorite thing in the world. I love it. But I love going on long walks at our parks. I live in Ohio. It's beautiful here. We have all 4 seasons, and I love hanging out with my family. So I'm pretty much just a homebody.
I love that. Now, look, speaking of reading a lot, I heard that you have like this amazing growing TBR pile or book stacks. I guess if you was just to think of a couple of books, what's on your TBR list, or what are you looking forward to reading next?
Oh, I that TBR. Woo, she is a pile. Let me tell you. I am really looking forward to reading Karen Whittemire. She has a new book out. Becky Wade has a new book out. I'd love to read theirs. Susan Tuttle has a new book out. I love all the romance, of course. But and I haven't. There are a few of the Canine Companion books that I haven't read yet too. So I definitely want to get to those.
I love that. Take note, boys and girls. She just gave us a few that you can add to your list as well. So take the a list down of those authors that she just told us as well too. And so, of course, Jill, you know we have to pay a round of this or that. I promise you, the time goes by so fast. But there's no right or wrong answer because it's all things according to you. Are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Okay. First up. Okay. Are you a plotter or a pantser?
Oh, platter, big time. Yeah.
Okay, now Jill, it seems like it's a story behind that because she was like, I'm a plotter big time. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I actually am, I went to school to be an electrical engineer, And so I was a control systems engineer for a few years, and I really learned about logic, and that's just kind of where my brain fits. So I need to like know everything linear, and I like it all laid out before I write. So
I love that. I love
yeah.
that. Okay. Night owl or early morning?
Oh, night owl. I don't like mornings.
Okay. Look, audiobook or podcast?
Oh, probably podcast.
Okay.
I like to read. I like to read the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, camping trip or fishing trip?
Camping and
Okay.
not really either. I've done a lot of camping and I don't want to stay in a tent ever again.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm done with that. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. All right. Now, road trip or airplane ride?
Oh, airplane is so convenient.
Okay.
The road trip is usually cheaper. So, and
Okay.
I'm kind of cheap. So, probably road trip. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Beach or mountains?
Beach. Yeah.
Okay. All right, my friend. Second chance or friends to lovers?
Ooh, friends to lovers. Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
I love that. Glass half full or glass half empty?
Ooh, glass half full. Yeah, let's be
Okay. Now,
optimists.
I love that. I love that. Okay, my friend, I think we know the answer to this one, but we have to ask here on the cafe. Are you team coffee or are you team tea?
Ooh, I'm team both, but coffee is edging it out. I drink a lot of hot tea also. I mean, I drink it every
Okay.
afternoon. So, yeah,
I love that. So, guys,
coffee
she's a
wins
little bit
though.
of both. She's team both. Okay. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And we know that she has to have her morning coffee in the morning in her
Yes,
special coffee mug.
yes. That's non-negotiable. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so, Jill, how we do the giveaway, there is a giveaway, boys and girls, is that I'm going to go up and down the comment section and you're going to tell me
Ooh,
when to stop, my friend. And that
okay.
person will be the winner of the giveaway. Can you share with us what the giveaway is going to be tonight?
Yes, if you're from the USA and you win, you're going to win a signed paperback of Guarding His Secret. And if you're not from the USA, you're going to win an ebook of Guarding His Secret.
I love that. I love that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I am going, and if you tell me when to stop, that person will be the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I just say stop now or what?
Uh-huh. You just
Oh,
tell me
oh,
when to
stop.
stop.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Louise
Yay!
Brown, you are
All right.
the winner of a copy of Guarding His Secret. If you will inbox me your mailing address, my friend, I will get that over to Jill, and she will get you out your copy of Guarding His Secret. So thank you so much, Louise, for joining us as well. Thank you, Jill, for joining us as well. The time goes by so
It
fast. Oh my
does.
goodness.
It
But
does.
before we get off, you share with us how can they get a copy of Guarding His Secret?
Well, I mentioned earlier that I'm cheap, and I'll tell you, Walmart has them, all the Walmarts have them, and they're discounted. So I always recommend picking one up at Walmart. You can also get them from Barnes and Noble and any store that sells love inspired books, you can get them. And then you can order them from any major retailer. So, yeah.
I love that. I love that, Louise. Again, thank you. You're so welcome, Louise. Thank you for joining us as well, guys. It's available where books are sold, your local Walmart store, your Barnes and Noble store. You can go online. You can go to Amazon. You can go to the Harlequin website, Guarding His Secret. You can get it there. Now, Louise, tell us, how can they stay connected with you?
Well, I am on my website is jillkemerer.com. And then I have a newsletter that you can sign up for right from there. But I spend most of my time on social media on either Facebook or Instagram. So either way, I'm there. You just type in Jill Kemerer and you'll find me.
I love that. There you have it, boys and girls. You can actually go to her website, which is, let me put that up on the screen for you guys. It is jillkemerer.com. You can sign up for her lovely newsletter as well. So definitely do that. Follow her on social media. She's very active on that as well to stay connected with her. And it has been amazing, guys, hanging out with Jill on today, talking about her latest release, Guarding His Secret, which is available in stores or in ebook and a print copy, boys and girls, as well. So definitely get that. And of course, guys, once you read it, make sure you leave a review. I know that Jill Kimmer will be so appreciative of you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
doing that as well too. And so, Jill, I'm going to allow you to have the last words. What would you like to say to our guests on today?
Well, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your evening to join us. I really had a good time. I'm glad you could be here. And thank you, Angela. That was just so thoughtful of you to invite me to your show. And I really, really appreciate it.
You are so welcome, my friend. I hope that sometime you'll come back to the cafe. The doors of the cafe are definitely open to you, my friend, as well. It has been amazing hanging out with you guys. As I said, we're talking about our latest release, Garden His Secret. So, guys, make sure you go out and get a copy of that. And boys and girls, if you go to her website, I'm sure you can see her backlist as well. Any of those books, in case you want to read any of those books as well. I know she would be appreciative of that too. Well, guys, and that's our show on this evening. It has been amazing. As I always say, guys, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Thank you for joining us at the cafe. Bye.